Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am Rapru and this is a Starcraft Broodwar remastered laddercast between our Terran player today, who is sSak, and he is playing against our blue Zerg, who is Larva. So, two very well-known, established, accomplished Korean pros playing together today on Radeon 1.2. This was a ladder game played in October of 2025. And it is a ZVT, which I have really started doing or enjoying doing more of these recently, and will continue to do so. Been in the lab, in inverted commas, figuring out who all the ladder IDs are, and I will continue to do so. Big shout out to the guys in the Seawall.gg Discord. People like Worst and Dude Nerd really making life for casters and individuals just interested in the ladder scene so much easier. Check them out, check out their Discord, support them on Patreon, because what they're doing for the game is just absolutely fantastic. And yeah, man, without them, the volume of games and the quality of games that are being produced on YouTube would just not be happening. So it's a wonderful thing that they have done for the world of Brood War. Something else that I want to just shout out while the game is relatively quiet is KCM. I haven't watched it myself until very recently. I started watching it, and San and Shun are doing the English commentary, and I must say it is incredibly entertaining. The games are really good. It's like a King of the Hill type format, and it's just, you know, race survival. It's really cool the way it's done, and for me it's really great to watch. It's my study. So I mean, I've not been active in the game for a couple of years, so lots of things are constantly changing. The best way for me to stay current and understand what's happening in the game is to watch the best players play and to listen to very knowledgeable commentators, so that I can understand exactly why things are happening and how the strategies are changing. And yeah, KCM has just been absolutely wonderful. I've been enjoying it, and I will continue to tune in and watch it every week. So our forward racks expand, which has become very standard from Terran, is what sSak is doing. I expect he will do some sort of 4 racks timing type response behind this, or not response, but follow up, should I say, behind this. And our Zerg is doing the most standard 12 hatch lair, probably into Spire opening than you can expect. So Larva is just an incredibly fun player to watch. So I'm very happy that, number one, he's playing quite a lot of games on the ladder, and number two, I know who he is. This little 4 marine move out also becoming more and more common. The Terran just really wanting to force out a sunken. Also, if he's wanting to do any funny tricks like bunker rushes and stuff, if he catches the Zerg unawares, it can work. But we saw exactly what happened here. The goal was just to go move forward, be seen by an overlord potentially, and it should have the desired result. So a probably unnecessary sunken colony is the result, and the Spire is on the way. So everything bog standard from our Zerg thus far. And so what is the follow-up from here? It does have a timing-ish type feel to it. The eBay is to facilitate a +1. We do only have the 1 racks at this stage. So Academy, okay, so we're doing the Academy eBay at the same time. But I expect after a certain point we will see a little explosion of barracks as well. This really is a very optimal build for Terran, and a lot of these spawns are optimally designed, or, you know, conducive to these wall-ins, and so the bunker can get skipped. It's very economically efficient for the Terran, and it does tee up a lot of 6 to 6.5, 7 minute timing attacks that the Terran can pull off. So the Zerg's got to be really vigilant with their scouting to see exactly what's happening. So he's posturing forward and back with the Lings to count the number of Marines, just getting as much intel as he can. So, we're doing a 2.5 hatches, which is when expanding to a third base location as Zerg seems basically impossible, but you want to have the larva, is very, very, very necessary. So that's what he's doing. So we will see some muta production off of the 2.5 hatches and the 2 working gases. Turret's already on the way. sSak knows what's coming. It's going to be muta harassment. Wants to be well prepared. Here we go. Here's our explosion of racks as expected. A couple of turrets to protect that. So it's going to be 4 racks with +1. Stim being researched. So pretty what I would call today's standard play from Terran. And pretty much today's very standard play from Zerg. Only has the... Yes, he's now got the 5. I think it is 5 is the number that can one-shot a Marine. I'm just actually just double check that. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. So 5 is exactly the number to one-shot a Marine. They all fire at the same time. There's probably picked up about 3 or 4 thus far. Just move the panel just for easier visibility. So decent harassment from Larva, but conscious of the fact that this bio ball could be moving out very soon. Does take the adjacent spawning position as a third, which is also very common. And then you want to get your Hydra Den and your lurkers parked up here, just in time to block Terran's attempt to deny the third. I expect the scan may have gone down there. Unfortunately, I missed the timing. But we will know based on the movement of the army if Terran has managed to figure out where the third base location is. They know this trend, this pattern from Zerg. So it's expected that it'll be here. And here he goes to all but confirm and probably start to harass because you can see that there's nothing there. The Marine will be easy stopped by a single muta. Hydras are quite far away. Hydra Den is now incoming, as is the Queen's Nest, so we're going to be moving into Hive Tech. Just left the Marine here casually. It's quite funny. Still flying around with his meters. Has a few lings as well. Oof. Took a few hits on the meters there. Seems a little unsure. It does dive in here on these couple of turrets. We'll pick up and force a cancellation on the barracks. That's a nice little attack actually from Larva. Gets away without losing many meters. Lings also provided some decent support. The whole idea is just to buy time. Hydra Den is here. Lurker aspect is being researched. If we can get lurkers up on this high ground, we're going to have a delightful little macro game for sure. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Is he going to deny this again? Doesn't actually kill it this time, but does delay the 5th barracks for the 2nd time. Alright, so is our Terran going to try and get up to this base? Does seem like he is. What does Larva have to defend? He's got this flock of meters. It's not a lot of bio here actually. Hydras do pop. He needs to morph them into lurkers very quickly. He's going to try and do it maybe on the ramp. Another set of reinforcements on the way. Morph! Morph! No, no! He's not, oh! Alright, so he is going to get the eggs. Does also bruise the remaining mutas. Oh, he's got some lurkers here. Wow, he's gonna try and intercept. Dives on this bio ball with a lovely combination of mutiling. That worked really nicely. And now the counter attack all of a sudden. Does burrow. Oh! Damn! That was beautiful. Lurkers, man. Like stuff Terran nightmares are made of. That's a very lonely Marine. Okay, so I think this base is pretty safe. You'll probably get the Nidus Canal to reinforce in the not too distant future. And there are plenty of lurkers, lings, defiler mound on the way. So the full hive tech tree is complete for our Zerg. His upgrades are absolutely flying. He's getting consume, he's getting dark swarm, consuming all of the things. Sorry, consuming all of the things, researching all of the things. Evo chamber, cracklings, additional upgrades. Oh, we're doing some drops. Well, that had a whole heap of lings waiting for this. No scourge yet, though. A couple of scourge being made now. Oh! Protecting some units there under the Dark Swarm. This hatchery could go down. It does. Some more than decent harassment play here from sSak, but I think Larva with the Dark Swarm, Defiler, Crackling combo tidies it up pretty well. Drops another patch up here, but the Dark Swarms are making it very hard to get any penetration. Does pick off. The Evolution Chamber. Annoying, but not tragic. sSak is just throwing his units from one end of the world to the other. The vessels have entered the game now, so we should be seeing lots of irradiates on our stacks of lurkers. We've only got one. We haven't stacked lurkers. Making a third base here without much by way of defense. Like I said earlier, there's only a couple of lurkers here, but it's going to reinforce with the Nidus. So those two lurkers have been killed, and now we've moved out. I think he was just checking that there's no base. Yeah. Nice bit of patience here by sSak. I think he just wants to establish his third safely before putting on any more pressure. And I think Larva's taking the opportunity to safely establish a fourth base of his own. I think you always need to be up at least a base, potentially a base and a half against the Terran, if you're the Zerg player. Oh, nice triple irradiate there. Gets a few lings for his trouble as well. Spellcasters are definitely going to come into their own in the second half of this game. Oh. So you can just hear the sound of dying lurkers. So these little bunker defense pods becoming a very prominent way to defend an expansion if you're a Terran player. And try and take a fourth as well. Wow, okay, so double expanding here is sSak. I think this puts Larva in a pretty precarious spot. He's going to need to get another new base himself pretty soon. Let's pick up a vessel there for free. Ugh. Suiciding a few Marines in. We have unfortunately missed the beginning of this drop, but I think it's going quite well. The Firebats coming into their own as well. Spawning pool does go down. Firebats will have a good time. Spire goes down as well. Good gracious me, this is insanely good damage from this drop. Drop play in this game, if you're a Terran, is an absolutely critical part of your arsenal. That I think was also reinforced when I was watching KCM yesterday. We see it here on full display. The impact of drop play really big. Picking off the final handful of medics, and this time the vessels are going in. Is he going to do the drone irradiate trick? Nope. Here we go, he does try and do it. But does he get a drone? No. He manages to pull his drones there quite well. Does lose a meter in it though. He's chasing these drones. Okay. Yeah, no, it worked well. It worked very well. Wow, he's lost a big stack of drones there. Ultra is now entering the fray. Oh my god, he's down to 33 drones. That was very impactful. Meanwhile, sSak also again looking to pressure another position. This is, from a base denial point of view, really been masterful play from our Terran. And because he's kept Zerg so busy on his side of the map, he's been able to establish this third and fourth base very happily. So, in terms of game state, we've got 4 bases versus 4 bases. So, it tells me that our Terran is in a very strong position, and the onus is on our Zerg to start expanding pretty soon. Just constant vessel play. He's managed to replenish his drone stocks. Couple of decent lurker spines. And the Ultras hit the fray as well here. Always the Dark Swarm. Couple of Scourge picking up vessels. Ultra humps his end, and I think the second one could as well under the Dark Swarm here. If you're Larva, where do you try and expand? How do you try and expand? You really need to get down here. You've got this like little Terran ball blocking you. Some battle cruisers as well, because this game hasn't been interesting enough. Good gracious me. Alright, we're taking a 5th base here. So when you're ahead, get further ahead, as they say. Well, it's going very well for our Terran. Okay, so we've sent the units across. Battle cruisers have arrived. Target firing down the... Isn't there much I can shoot up? This couple of Scourge do connect there though, and does decide to retreat. I think while you are sSak, you're really enjoying your map control here. I don't think I've seen Larva get contained like this before. This is really impressive. I think this might be Larva's attempt to break out. Let's get the one battle cruiser picked off. It was a fun little battle. Sending some ultras down to the natural to at least force sSak to turn around and try and establish something on his own side of the map. The reinforcing rallying Marines are not doing anything, they're just walking towards their rally. Now starts to micro them. They sent back a whole heap of units here in the meantime. Some vessels are also going to be radiating. The Ultra comes in to see this, but there's not much damage that can be done here, and these Hydras are just going to be put out to pasture, I'm afraid. Still harassing like hell with these Ultras. And the supplies are now much closer. However, we have counterattacks, drops. I mean, this game is just craziness at the moment. Lurkers now diving in here. Should get a whole heap of workers for this. Down to 37 SCVs, and I think he's going to be able to take this base down. Still has battle cruisers doing serious damage here though, so how the hell are we supposed to keep tabs on what's happening? Those SCVs run for the hills. Now trying to harass up here with some lurkers and some ultras. I don't think he has quite enough, even though he's trying to spread his forces as much as he can. Uh-oh. Wow, that's so much pain. That is so much pain. So this game has digressed into absolute freaking chaos. He's done a drop up here as well. And he's killed a whole stack of everything. Apologies to those watching that I haven't been able to keep tabs on everything that's been happening, because it's just been chaos. Drops, counter drops, battle cruisers killing everything, lurkers coming in here, counter-attacking expansions, then counter-attacking the counter-attack with a drop. It's just absolutely crazy. But that's why we do this. We practice to try and get better. So the long-awaited 5th base that we've been needing our Zerg to establish is about to get wrecked. I don't know if these 3 ultras are going to be enough to save it. Maybe. Maybe, yeah, it does manage to save the hatchery. Meanwhile, sending out a pod of Hydras here to knock down this base. That's going to be successful. I don't know what happened to the battlecruiser, because the battlecruisers are resting. They're not doing anything, but they're also not doing anything. Oh, wow, okay. So we've got 3 battlecruisers coming in here and a drop. The Hydras are actually fending pretty well for themselves. Retreat to these battlecruisers has dropped a few infantry units in here. Meanwhile, a counterattack of Hydra Ultra coming in to harass this base, and I think they're going to get some good damage done. We know the Bible that's been dropped in here is fighting against 2 Ultras and some Lings. I think these Lings are going to tidy this up without too much of a hassle, so we'll go back to this fight, which now the battle cruisers, the 3 of them, are going to come in and try and take care of these remaining units. The command center does go down. And some reinforcing marines will tidy that up. Battle cruisers are going to come in here and probably harass some mineral lines. Nice plague though from that defiler. Nothing shoots up here, guys. Oh my gosh. Just one-shotting these drones. So painful. Do we have a period of this game now where something actually isn't being attacked? No! No, we don't. I thought we did, but there was another one here that I missed. Oh, wow. And now, again, we're going to one-shot drones. Let's go. These units are still here, and he's just going to float it back and what, hope for the best? Yeah, that wasn't a good plan. I don't think sSak is watching. I think his attention is elsewhere. Because he's just staring at this command center die. I think his attention is here. Yeah. He's just let this die. That is very, very tragic. You're a Terran fan. Finally lifts it off, but I think it's going to burn. It's like he was almost immediately triggered by my comment. I've never seen Larva get contained, because he just basically broke the contain. It's gonna let it just blow up. It's got no SCVs in sight. There we go. So that was just a little sloppy from our Terran. Okay, another drop. It's going to happen. We will see where it goes. Oh no, he stops. Never mind. Okay, so Larva's kind of warmed up to the fact that these drops are coming thick and fast. And is definitely expecting them. Battle cruiser's still around. I'm so surprised he's just unloaded these bunkers. He's kind of left us here. And then he's just walked all these marines to be killed by those burrowed lurkers. He's gotten some pretty good value out of Hydras in this game, which you don't see too often, but it's been very, very good against the vessels and the battle cruisers. sSak is 85 versus Larva's 95. Another nice plague on the battle cruiser. I think this hatch is going to go down pretty fast, especially with the help of our fire bats. Yep, bye-bye. Just one-shotting them because of the plagues. It's a lot of gas. I don't think that Terran's mining anymore. It's mining here. And that's it, on one mining base. Whereas Larva's mining here, and mining here. In a very, very strong position. 9 SCVs. Just your motor guns that Mueller's telling him his boss. Will this one be one last throw of the dice from our Terran? Just doesn't have the income. A lot of units coming in here to try and cut this off. I don't think they're going to save the hatch. Oh my word. It's got 100 HP and it's got to survive. I feel sorry for medics. It's a rough gig. 9 whole ACVs mining. This was sad that he didn't re-establish his base and couldn't just clean up these couple of lurkers. I think that was a critical point in this match. I mean, there were a few, but that one certainly sticks out to me. Huh. Starts if then doesn't drop. Okay. Ooh. Medic's doing some fancy spells. Now notices that he's got these units. Yeah. Oh, I think he just forgot. Like, alright, well, I'll take the space, thank you. Uh-oh. Okay, well, that's the end of that battlecruiser. And that's that. Well, a bit of an anticlimactic end, but what an incredible game. Like, he had all the bases, and Larva was just able to break out and then just deny bases, trade really well. It got chaotic with the base trading and the battle cruisers knocking down all his drones and the lurkers coming in, killing all the SCVs. But this bottom left position, yeah, this to me was the key. He surrendered this position, never fought for it, never got it back, and Larva, by hook or by crook, was actually able to maintain a lot of the important production infrastructure that he had, was able to set up this base and keep these both mining bases going, and that was it at the end of the day. I think it was one of those games that came down to money. If we have a look at the resources, Larva just mined double the amount of gas. Double. That is insane. And easily 20% more minerals. And that was really what it all came down to, was while he had the base count, when it came down to start fighting for bases, Larva was able to go ahead and resources themselves, and therefore go ahead in the game and take it down. That was a really, really excellent TVZ, a standard start that just progressed into chaos, a lot of fights, a lot of cool micro battles, and was really a lot of fun. So if you tuned in and stuck with me this far, thanks very much. I'll be back with more very, very soon. Until next time, take it easy.